What's going on, Yamaha family? So we're here, it's my Yamaha kit again, and I finally got this in the mail. It was on back order, so I'm super excited. I got me an 18-inch level 360 EMAD Reso black bass drum head. I'm going to use it to replace the factory Yamaha head that is currently on my 18-inch bass drum. Right off the bat, this head is pretty thick. It's got a nice foam insert for some muffling. It's got an inner ring. The only thing that I do actually hate that I wish Evans wouldn't have done or would do differently is I hate that this ring is on the front. I wish if they were going to put it anywhere, they'd put it on the back where you wouldn't see it, so it just has a nice clean finish, just like, you know, any of the this is the Onyx front bass drum head that came ported from Evans, and you know, that's got a much nicer clean cut hole to it. Now I understand that this is there because it's the EMAD series and there's the foam inside, but again, I think it just looked nicer if it was on the inside and then you just had a nice clean porthole. So that's the only thing that I don't like about it. Other than that, it's got a real thick sound to it, so I'm really excited to get it on the head, or get on the bass drum and replace that head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple comparisons. Right now, like I said, I have the factory Yamaha Reso side. On the batter, I have an EMAD. I do have a small Evans pillow in there. I'm going to try it with and without it. As this has a porthole, I can put it in and out, so we'll see how it sounds with or without. So I'm going to do a couple different tests. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the kit, get some sounds. Here's the factory Yamaha head. It's a nice head, but you can hear how it kind of has a plastic hollowy sound versus like the Evans. It's a much thicker tone, but we'll go ahead and let's get some sound clips so you can hear the differences. I've turned off all of the snare drums, so this is an EMAD with an Evans pillow inside and the factory Yamaha head. So, you know, I've tuned it a couple of times. I think I made it too loose, but I'm just not a big happy camper about it. So we're going to go ahead and let's take it and we're going to put on the EMAD. As you can hear, it's not awful. But this just doesn't have the over ringing. So we're going to take this out. It is not needed, hopefully. All right. So here it is with no dampening inside. It's just the EMAD front Reso and the EMAD batter. It is a lot better than the factory head. In my opinion, I like that tone a lot better. So, what I'm going to do now though is I'm going to put that pillow back in, just an experiment, and see how it sounds with even more dampening, because I've always been a big fan of thuddy bass drums. So let's go ahead and put that in and see how that sounds. All right. hold this up. And we're just going to frame it. Frame it on in there. All right, that is a lot of dampening. That's gonna be an overkill. But I'm gonna try it once, long way, and then I'm gonna rotate it so there's less touching it. So let's hear how that first sounds. There's a lot of dampening. Oh. Everything. That's way too much. All right, let's try to rotate that now. Okay, so now just the tips are touching. Probably still too much, but let's see. Better, but still a lot missing. See how it sounds with the snare drum on. So, I think I'm going to take the pillow back out altogether, maybe get a smaller one, because I don't like the sound of it completely open, but I'm not a huge fan of not having something in there. Maybe just put a small towel instead of that huge pillow. And I'm still not really happy with the tone. I know it's an 18-inch kick, and a lot of guys are like, well, it's an 18-inch kick, that's why. And I get that. But I have this lying around from, I don't know which drum set I got it from or whatnot, but it's an adjustable bass drum riser. I was never a huge fan of it because of some other issues, and it looks like someone else has already modified it once or whatnot, but I'm going to go ahead and try it with this Yamaha, and I'm going to see if by changing, the center of the beater hit, how much the tone changes. So I'm really excited to hear the difference between those. Also, I'm going to order up some new bass drum beaters also. I want something a little more aggressive, even though it's an 18-inch kick. And so I'll be able to change those and hear the tone difference there too. So I'm going to go ahead, hit this thing a couple times, let you hear it. Then we're going to go put this bass drum riser on, and we're going to hit it again and see how much it's changed. Let's go do that. So here's a current look though on my current bass drum head and pedal, and if you can see, I mean, this thing's hitting quite a bit higher than center. And if we look at the imprints, you can see we're hitting right around here, but center of the bass drum is quite a bit lower down there. So we're gonna go ahead and put this riser on, adjust everything out, and let's see how much this thing really changes on this bass drum. Here is a tone recording before we put the riser on. Here's with snare off. let's raise this thing up. Now, one of the things I did is I took some cardboard and I wrapped it around just to be safe. There was rubber on this side, but nothing on the front and where the screws come. So I put some cardboard in there just to protect that hoop. And then as of right now, I've got this out as far as I can, and I'll adjust it from there. So you can see here, here's where the beaters are hitting, but here's center of the bass drum. So we're quite a bit lower. So I'm going to start this with it out all the way, and we'll see what happens. So now you can see I got the riser on there, and when the bass drum plays, it is so much closer to the middle. And the tone is so much better. I am now very, very, very happy with the sound of this 18. It definitely needs a riser, and for me, I really enjoy the sound of the EMAD, Batter, and Reso. As always, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments about the kit or what I'm going to do with it, feel free to shoot them. But I'm going to keep experimenting with tuning that. I'll do another video once I'm 100% happy with it. As of right now, I'm much happier with it than with the factory heads. So I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more videos.